Greetings, everyone. Coming to you from my dining room table today on a beautiful, beautiful sunny day, clear blue sky. One of my favorite times. It was nice and warm, and I'm sure that's the way you feel too. I just have a word to share with you, and hopefully, it's a word that we'll be talking about every day. We live in times that are a little bit fearful and I think the word in Second Timothy is perilous times. And the answer to fear in the Bible is always faith, believing in God. So, words that I'm going to give to you today are just some short words of faith. And hopefully, I will be giving them to you more frequently, maybe every day, accounts from the Bible of faith to strengthen and to edify you. Last week at this time on Monday, I was up at the Thousand Islands spending time at a friend's cottage on an island. It's an island of about 50 cottages, and we were just stuck on this island. Poor me. Beautiful weather by the river, sitting on the dock, watching the river flow by and just enjoying all of God's handiwork. And as I was reading my Bible, I was reading in Luke chapter 1 the account of Mary. You remember Mary? As she was a young girl, and the angel Gabriel came to her and told her that she was going to bear the Messiah. Bear the Messiah. And as he spoke to her, he said, well, your cousin Elizabeth is pregnant and in her old age. And he mentioned one verse. If there's anything you want to remember today, it is this one verse. He said to Mary, "For with God, nothing will be impossible." And I think that we need to remember that day after day after day. There is nothing too hard for God, nothing too difficult, no situation that you may be in that He cannot handle. And for Mary, she was hearing these words, and it's written down for us to remember and to think about and to meditate on. They're written down for us to remember that he says nothing will be impossible for God, nothing at all. And so we need to remember today that what she said after that, let it be done to your servant as you have said. There was no doubt, no unbelief in her. She just said, okay, let it be done as you have said. And that's what I want to encourage everybody with today. Sometimes our faith is tested. Sometimes we're so human. We have fears, we have doubts, we have unbelief. And I believe that God would have us to have faith that pleases him. Hebrews 11:6 says, without faith it is impossible to please him, for he who comes to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of those who diligently seek him. Faith pleases God when you believe him for what he said. Now, there are situations in the Bible, this one where God said to Mary, this is what I'm going to do. And when he says he's going to do something, you need to believe him. There are other times when we just come to him asking for something, and we need to have that same kind of faith. And the kind of faith that I'm talking about is faith that is beyond our five senses, especially what we see, especially what we hear. It has to be beyond our own mental capacity and beyond our own heart. He asks us to believe past that. We're walking by faith and not by sight. And so that's my initiative here is that I want to share for the next few weeks, probably as often as possible, accounts of faith from the Bible that will edify you and strengthen you in your faith as we live in this world that is filled with fear. God is pleased when we believe him and we believe his word and we trust in him. And we don't let doubt or fear or unbelief come in to stop us. So we walk by faith and not by sight. And faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. That's where I'm getting to. Our faith is strengthened when we hear the accounts of faith in the Bible. And I hope to bring to you those in the Bible that were strong in their faith. Some even that weren't so strong, but they came through. They came through. There'll be times like Peter walking on the water. There'll be times with the woman with the issue of blood came and just said, "Hey, if I touch the hem of his garment, I know I will be healed." And he ends up saying to her, "Your faith has healed you." So I just want to edify everybody. So hopefully you will tune in and listen daily. It'll be just short little videos of faith. So with that, I say God bless and have a great afternoon.